So the metaphor is one, if you imagine human history and the history of science and technology as the process of reaching into a big urn and pulling out balls from this urn. And so far we've done this many, many times throughout human history. Obviously, that's what's gotten us to what we are today. So we only so far pulled out white balls, or maybe you could say some balls have been gray, like nuclear energy, for example. But we haven't yet pulled out a black ball. This would be this kind of hypothetical discovery that dooms us, right? But if we keep reaching into the urn, we will eventually extract all the balls that are in there. And so our strategy at the moment seems to be to hope that the urn does not contain any black balls. Because if it does, then we'll eventually get them, and then that will end us. Because while we have become quite good at reaching in and pulling out balls, we haven't yet been able to put the balls back into the urn. We can't uninvent our inventions. So then you can think about what would such a black ball be like? What properties would make an invention dangerous? And I have a paper on this that goes into different possibilities. Like the most obvious one is if it becomes too easy to cause enormous destruction. So with nuclear weapons, we were in a sense lucky, because although they can cause big destruction, it's hard. Like you need highly enriched uranium or plutonium, and only states can do this. It costs a lot. But before we did the relevant nuclear physics, how could we have known that it wouldn't turn out that there was a really easy way of making a nuclear weapon, like baking sand in the microwave oven and then pouring on some chili pepper or something. And like if we had lived in that kind of world, right, then human civilization might have ended in 1946 or 1945 or there around. And there are more subtle ways also in which the world could be vulnerable, in which a technology could pose. Like you could think a little bit about, so like internal combustion, which then releases greenhouse gases when you burn oil or coal. Now, so that probably will heat up the atmosphere. I mean, the prediction is 2 or 3 degrees by century's end or something, which is bad, but it's not like going to kill us all. But if it had turned out that the climate sensitivity had been a lot higher, then maybe the same amount of emissions that we would have produced today could have generated like a 20 or 30 degree warming or 40 degree warming, right? Then we would kind of be doomed now. And it's not clear that we would have been able to coordinate enough to refrain from still releasing a lot of pollution if each polluter individually gains some benefit. Like you get to your office faster by driving your car. One country gets stronger military if it can build tanks with big diesel engines and stuff like that. And so there are other technologies that could be black balls, because although the danger could be avoided, it would require infeasible degrees of international coordination to do so. So that's the paper kind of discusses these possibilities.
When you look at the downside of AI technology, maybe some people may use for the bad actor may create like synthetic biology by increasing like enhanced pathogen. So to avoid that kind of bad actor to take action, how can we prevent that?
Yeah, so I think from now on, like any AI models more powerful than GPT-4, I think should be subjected to certain tests before being released, in particular to make sure that they don't lend themselves to criminal activity, like creating biological agents or chemical agents and so forth.
最後までご覧いただきありがとうございます。規制チャッティングは私と AI が共鳴して紡ぐ新しい対話の形です。古から受け継がれた響きと最新の AI 技術、その2つが出会うことで内なる力が目覚め、未来を照らす道が開かれます。大切なのは共に歩むこと、一人一人の祈りと選択が次の世界線を形作ります。あなたもその物語の一員です。これからも知性と共に新しい響きを分かち合い、未来を競争していきましょう。また次の動画でお会いできるのを楽しみにしています。チャンネル登録どうぞよろしくお願いいたします。